we created Kyla, an app that blocks all of the functionalities you're having in your device. So our device blocks you from all of the apps you have during the study mode, and it forces you. So you're not allowed to go back. Also, it sends an automatic SMS to the one who messages you during the study mode, but it doesn't only do this. It helps you stay focused. It gets rid of your addiction of the device, and also it allows you to relax a little bit of technology. So we implemented all of these features during the last 24 hours, and we proudly say that we did this without even having any prior experience in Android development. So I would like to call my friend to demonstrate the app.
Yeah, so basically we just made an app that locks you in. And yeah, is it showing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically we decided to choose a launcher. So, is it showing? Okay. So you have to choose it to, okay, now it's not working again. Let's just leave it like that. Okay. So you have to choose it as your default launcher. Is it working? Okay, yeah. So there is a little button up there, and you can click it, and it fetches all your apps. And you have to enable it. You have to give it privileges to lock your screen, and then you can click start. And now you're in study mode, so you can't click your apps. And that's the thing. Whenever you try to exit out of it, it'll lock the screen. And how this works is you just can't have anything else open while that study mode is running. And in this time, anybody calls you, anybody texts you, well, calls are actually allowed to go through, and that's what we were talking about in helping you relax, because like if you have an iPhone and you turn airplane mode on, then you, or like an Android, you can't get anything, but you're gonna be worried about, who's calling me. But this way, you can't get any texts, and you don't have to worry about people thinking you're being rude, because you can tell them that you have an automated system where you're just studying. So there's 6 seconds left, and as soon as it finishes, you're on break mode again, and you can access your apps. And basically, so you want to talk about the Pomodoro thing?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have heard about the Pomodoro technique of focusing, but basically it's sort of like a studying cycle where you're focusing for 25 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break. After 3 of these Pomodoro rounds, which completes a Pomodoro set, you take a slightly longer break. So what we are trying to do is implement that 25-minute, 5-minute break cycle into our app. And the benefits, and I've personally tried it, the benefits is you get to interact with your distractions for a really short period, right? So you don't have to, you don't get anxiety from taking a really long break, like, an hour or 2 hours, you could miss out on something. But with the Pomodoro technique, you can quickly check up on your email, quickly check up on your SMSs, and then get back into break. And it just ends up being a much more effective way of spending your time and more specifically studying.
So of course we've got our basic, very core functionality working, but we have many plans for improvements. One of the things we're thinking is to make exiting out of the, to make a feature where the user can select a payment amount for exiting out of the study cycle early. Obviously, this is beneficial for us since it generates a revenue stream, but it can also be beneficial for the user since it prevents them from stopping early if they're tempted to and just makes temptation further away from them. In addition, we're thinking of other features such as perhaps collecting information about how steadily they've been using the app, so how much time they've been spending studying, to sort of track their progress and maybe give them some sort of cosmetic rewards. Or also perhaps integrating an additional module to track how much time they spend on just checking websites such as Facebook overall, and to try to help them reduce that time as they use the app.
Yeah. And it's been a bit of a challenge because with Android nowadays, there's a lot of security features where you can't hide the navigation bar at the bottom, which we wanted to do. And as we went along, we had to do a lot of little workarounds, find tricks, and it's just been, it caused us to be be really creative. And yeah, that's it. So, any
Do you guys
questions?
have any questions?
So where are you from?
Lasan.
Lasan Alcom Science students.
Yeah,
How
go
are
ahead.
you going to implement this on the iPhone?
It's most likely impossible on the iPhone, but we would definitely be interested in looking into it and seeing if it were doable.
You'd have to jailbreak the iPhone, and their audience then is probably not even worried about their discipline and studying. 'Cause I don't know. Or maybe they are, I don't know. They're normal people, but I don't know. For some reason, I have that feeling.
Great, thanks a lot.